And here's all of our trusses. Room and attics, vaulted, hip, you name it, it's in this one. The previous day before the boom truck arrived, we had already stood the little 512 vaulted ones that you see standing now, and also separated out all the trusses to make it a little quicker on the boom operator. The one being set right now is a gable end truss. We've got to brace the living snot out of that one because that's what's going to hold up the rest of them temporarily. These first few trusses are room and attics. They're a 12-12 with a 512 coming off about the center of them. They're also placed at 16-inch centers. Because these trusses are over 12 feet, they can't haul them legally on the road. So what they do is basically clip the top, and we have to add what they call a piggyback to finish off the roof. We'll put the piggybacks on as we're sheeting the roof. It just stiffens the trusses up with the sheets on. Couldn't ask for a better day to set trusses either. Real calm winds, cloudy, only about 70 degrees. It was a nice day for that. We're just using 2x, tying it into the truss and bringing it down to the floor at an angle as much as we can get without interfering with the next truss. That way, when they want to lean forward, they're actually putting pressure against the floor and not the wall. The trusses will be tied down to the top plates with what they call hurricane clips, just a piece of metal that we nail into the truss and the top plates. Not to mention there'll be blocking between each truss up to within 3 inches of the top. And then we use OSB cut in between, run from the top plate to 1.5 inches down from the roof line. The 1.5 inches is for the chutes to keep airflow moving. Yeah, in the younger days we would have tried hand flipping these. That's just not happening anymore. The truck cranes or boom trucks, they are so handy. Might be a little pricey, but worth every cent. Knock on wood, but out of about the 500 or 600 buildings I've put up in my lifetime, I've only lost one set of trusses. A wind came up, blew them over, and snapped them like popsicle sticks. It may not look like we have much for bracing on here, but we we've got blocks running along the length of the building. We've got our braces coming down to the floor. We're tied in on the backside. And now we're putting in some 45s inside the room and attic to try to help keep any sway out. Later on we'll put the rat runners or the lateral bracing in, and that'll tie everything real nice together. We're going into a different style of truss. It's going to be the vaulted. The exterior will be the same look, but the interior is going to have a big vault, or a dual vault actually. So here's a good time to put another brace in down to the floor just to keep everything from swaying or leaning again. Setting trusses is kind of like pretty much sheeting the walls, very repetitious. Curtis there uses the rope just to kind of guide the trusses in so they don't slam into the other ones. It really helps when you have a good boom operator. And this guy was pretty decent. I forgot to mention, those end trusses are what they call drop trusses. That's where our lookouts go to get our overhangs. In this case, this is going to be a 3-foot overhang, and they went with a 2x8 drop. So all of our lookouts are going to be 2x8s. Our fascia is going to be 2x8, or our sub fascia is going to be 2x8. On the end of the house facing the boom truck, that's going to be all 2x10 lookouts. That's mostly due to the change in pitches from the 512 going into the 1212, so the fascia lines up. This section of vaulted are also centered on the 19.2 or the little diamond on your tape measure. The little 512s, they're actually centered on a more common 24-inch center. When it comes time to sheeting the roof, there's going to be an awful lot of cutting because of the different layouts of trusses. And the last one that goes in this section. These are the 1212s that are going over the dining room and kitchen area. These are what you call parallel cord trusses, meaning the thickness at the bottom is the same thickness as it is at the top, the same even space. There's no wall at the end because that's a balloon framed wall. We have to frame it right to the bottom side of the truss. Remember, if you like this channel, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for watching.